Hey guys, so today we are going to be doing chocolate chip cookies. And first thing we need to do is preheat the oven to 375 degrees. It's gonna take about 9 to 11 minutes to bake, so it's very quick. And this batch is going to make 5 dozen, which is equivalent to 60 cookies. So a lot of cookies, just enough for everybody and more. So we're gonna start off first with the dry ingredients. So what I have here in this bowl is 2 1/4 of cups of all-purpose flour. And then the next thing I have here is 1 teaspoon, I always mix them up, teaspoon of salt. So I'm gonna pour in. And then I have 1 teaspoon of baking soda as well. So once we get that, we wanna make sure that there is nothing left. And then we are going just to mix it up really quickly before we move on to the wet ingredients. All right, that's good enough. So I'm gonna put this aside. And for the wet ingredients, we are going to be using, let me move the trash can real quick so easy access to throw the eggs. Okay, so now that we just finished doing the dry ingredients, we're gonna move on to the wet ingredients. And we're going to first start off with 2 full sticks of butter. However, they didn't have any at HEB, so if you get the half sticks, you're just going to use 4 instead of 2 to equivalent 1 full stick. So we're gonna put it here. Keep in mind that these butter sticks do need to be softened. They cannot be hard, so leave them out for a while beforehand, just so they can be exactly how they should be. One more. And then after this, I'm gonna mix it real quickly just for a little bit, and then we're going to add. I personally don't like to do, I know some people, they are stirring and then pouring. However, every time I try to do that, the mixer thing just keeps getting in the way. So I'm just like, I'll just do it all separate. So we're gonna go ahead and mix this real quick. We're going to add the 3/4 cups of sugar next. And then I'll just lift it back really quickly. And then we're going to be doing 3/4 cups of brown sugar next. It's always good just to have everything already separate, so it's just easier and you're not getting confused, because I've tended to make a lot of mistakes of mixing wet and dry ingredients together because I'm all over the place. So this is definitely more organized. All right, and then we're going to now do a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Mix it real quick. Bring it down, and then we're going to add 1 egg at a time. So you want to put the first egg in like so, and then mix it up. And once you see that the egg is mixed, then that's your cue to go ahead and stop, and then put the other one in. So just let it go for a little bit. ahead and add the last large egg. And lower it up. It's already a little bit too light, or put it back down. I'm going to use this really quickly. Swipe it off with my clean towel. Just scrape whatever is on the edges just to make sure everything is mixed. You don't all want to continue going and then find out it's not all mixed. Alright, that's good enough. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to put this down and we're going to slowly add the dry ingredients into the mixer. So if you guys don't remember, in the last video I explained I can't just go and do it all together. So I'm just going to add just a little bit like that. Maybe a little bit more. And then I'm going to mix it really quickly. And then continue going. Bring it down really quickly. Just throw a good amount in. Mix again. Probably take a little bit more. But you don't obviously want to add it all. So there's no rush. Take your time. Probably do 2 more times and then that's it. And then make sure that we are wiping around just to make sure it's all getting there. You don't want excess ingredients. I used to do this all by hand once. It wasn't fun. I wouldn't even finish it. I would give it to someone else also so they could mix it because I was already done. That is done. We're going to then add the chocolate chip cookies, and you will need 2 cups for this. And for this, we can just go ahead and do it by hand. Doesn't need to be in here. It's going to be super easy, and you're not going to put it all at once. Just take your time. Again, you don't want to rush into these type of things. So I'm just gonna unhook this. Just make sure I can get as much off as I can from here. Take this out. And then this is what it's going to look like. And then we're going to do just about right there. And then just mix. The next step's gonna be pretty easy. We're just gonna get the pan. You can use any size of your choice, and you wanna make sure that you give it enough room to spread out because the cookies will grow. And I have a cookie scooper. I think that's probably your best bet to get a good size portion for your cookies. Basically the size of a tablespoon is the size of what your cookie should be. Now if you don't have a cookie scooper, that's fine. You can use your hands and just estimate it and just roll it into a little ball. That works as well. So once you have it all mixed, this is what it should look like. I'm gonna move all of this. And then I will go ahead and bring the pan, parchment paper, and then get the cookie scooper, and then I will show you guys scoop them and how to lay them out the correct way in just a minute. Okay, so I have my pan and I have my parchment paper. And the reason why I have it upside down is because there's a saying that it's just a lot easier just to measure the parchment paper to the pan by just following from here to here instead of just trying to estimate. So that's what we're going to do. Put it right here and then just like that. Good. Doesn't need to be perfect. If some of it's out, that's totally fine. See, not too much out and not too short. So now I'm going to go ahead and move this. Undo this. And then this is a pretty big pan. So the way I'm going to do it is we're going to do 6 down and then 5 across, if that's enough. So just use a little scooper. And then now this might be a little bit bigger than expected, and that's fine. I'm just gonna move it a little bit. So you just wanna go with the flow. And then if there needs fit where you decide that maybe there shouldn't be that many in a row or something like that, that's something that you can just play with along the way. So you see, like, right now we're seeing 5. So it just is going to vary. So I'm gonna scoop them all up, adjust them if need be, and then I'll be back to show you how it ended up being laid out. Okay, so I am back and I wanna show you guys something. So this is, without trying to drop, so if you guys can see, one roll. This is the size of my cookies because of the size of my scooper. So in reality, the size of the cookies are supposed to be half of this. So if you want bigger cookies, then I'd suggest maybe getting a scooper that's already like this with a little size. Or if you want the small ones, just follow half of this and you will be good. So I'm gonna put them in the oven, check them at 9 minutes. because they do cook fast. So remember, don't forget, don't walk away, be on your phone, on social media, because you will burn your cookies. I've done it before. So I'm gonna put them in, and once they come out, I will go ahead and show you guys what they look like. See if this spacing worked out for me. This is a lot of trial and error. Since this is a different scooper that I am used to, I have to see if the cookies end up squashing over each other and so forth. So I will be back and show you guys the finale. Okay guys, so this is the end finale. I just brought one batch just to finish letting the other ones cool down. But this is what the cookies look like. So the sizing was pretty accurate. Just make sure if you do get a scooper and you do want the cookies a little bit smaller than this, do level them out. As you can see in the video, I was trying to clump it and everything, but make sure you do this and make sure it is leveled so you can get more cookies for the batch. And that's it.